So, Marvel Rivals' new balance patch just came out. Like I said in my last video yesterday, I'm gonna go through the patch notes, talk about things that I like, things that I don't like. Also, I said in my last video that Blade's gameplay would probably come out today, and surprisingly, it came out the very same day that I said it was gonna come out. The next day. But I'm sure most of y'all have seen his gameplay. Looks really fun. Looks like a really high skill character. So I'm excited to try him out. But anyways, going through the patch notes, first we got Doctor Strange. They're giving him a little mini buff here, reducing his cooldowns, increasing his ammo count. Nothing like major here. It's just a nice, neat little change. Groot's gonna have a bit more range. I'm not sure what the Flora Colossus effect range is. I think that means his wall that heals him. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Magneto's getting a little nerf. I don't really think Mag is like probably the best tank in the game next to Emma. But like I said in my character design video for Marvel Rivals, I think Mag is like, he's a character that's like not unfair to fight against. So I don't really mind him being like one of the best tanks in the game. I think reducing the bubble shield health is a good change. I mean, it's only 50 health. It's not really that big of a deal, but it does mean that you're gonna have to be a little bit more mindful of your bubble placements as with Magneto. But probably the two most like important things in this patch is the changes to Thor and Black Panther. First, I want to talk about the Thor one. I think this is a really nice buff to Thor. This line specifically grounded for 2 seconds. Now, I don't know if this is just for like flyers or if it's for all movement abilities, like, you know, the Thing, because it does say grounded. If it works like how the Thing's slam works, then this is a really fat buff to Thor. If not, it's still a solid change, I guess, for dealing with flyers as Thor. But if it acts like the Thing, then that's just another of the a million nerfs to dive. But this Black Panther one I really want to talk about because this is just kind of proving my point that I said in my character design for this game is flawed. So, you know, Black Panther's been getting banned a lot. If you played ranked at all, you know he's like one of the most banned characters next to Wolverine, Human Torch, Loki, Emma, etc. But they're taking those complaints and after they're like trying to compensate. It's like, oh yeah, after we fix something that shouldn't have been in the game, the no reg, we're gonna nerf him a little bit again, and we're gonna give him 2 extra second cooldown on his dash. And this is a really dumb change because, I'm sorry, if you think Black Panther is broken, you're bad at the game. Is Black Panther annoying? Yes. Is he hard to deal with? Yes. But that doesn't mean he's broken, right? Like, and the biggest problem with Black Panther's kit is his uptime. It's the same with like SpiderMan, Magic. When these characters commit to something, or maybe not even commit really, like maybe like you play Panther, right? And you just want to force out Loki lamps or something like that, and you want to get out. It's like, you have to be like damn near perfect every time. Because now, if you fuck up his dash, you're just AFK for 10 seconds. And within the span of 10 seconds, and this was already a problem with Panther, and it's gonna be an even bigger issue now. If you miss a dash, you're AFK for 10 seconds. You can't do anything unless you have your ult. And to the people like, you know, singing the praises like, oh my god, yes, Black Panther nerf. Everything that you hated about Black Panther is still gonna be there. He still has his one-shot combos. He still has everything in his kit. It's all working the same. Everything you find annoying about Black Panther, it's still gonna be the same. The only difference now is he's just gonna be AFK for longer when he fucks up. This is why these characters can't, like, they don't know how to balance these characters that they've made, which is why they just need complete kit reworks. A YouTuber I watch who's like a really good Black Panther player, his name is Carcat, and I'll leave his channel and video linked in the description talking about the patch notes, and he made a really good point about this. But like, they can nerf BP's damage so long as it keeps him in the fight for longer so that he's like active more. Like, that would be a fine rework of Black Panther's kit, but instead they just don't know what they're doing when it comes to balancing this character. They did it with Spider-Man, and now they're doing something that's really gonna hit BP hard, when he's already a really hard character to play when he's getting countered. I don't know, some people are gonna look at this be like, oh, 2 seconds more on his dash, that's not much, but like, it is. In a hero shooter, it like, in this game, 2 seconds, it's basically 10 seconds in reality. That's what it feels like. Because in that time period, even in the 8 seconds that you're AFK if you miss your dash, now 10 seconds, a fight could already be won or lost. So it's just, I don't know. Moving on. Iron Fist is getting compensated for his damage nerf with the team up. They're doing him kind of like they did Spider-Man here a little bit by nerfing his like other punches damage, and then only making it so that his the last, like, the knockback kick is what gets the damage compensation, but the rest of his punches are going to be doing less damage now, which is stupid. He already wasn't really that great of a character, but, he looks like he's gonna have a really, like, he already could be used in this purpose, and I talked about this in my last video, but he looks like he's gonna have a really good time against dive. Like, he's gonna be a really good anti-dive character this season. Like, if your backline's getting dove, you could genuinely just go behind cover or something like that, and then just press your E ability, and they can't die. Like, because there's no diver that's gonna be able to out-heal or out-damage the healing with, like, healers patty kicking each other, plus Iron Fist AoE healing, plus Iron Fist just cutting you off from flanks, just being annoying while you're trying to dive. Like, he's gonna be a really good anti-dive character this season. Again, yet another nerf to dive. Starlord is getting 25 extra bonus health when he uses Stellar Shift, his right click or his dodge ability. I don't really, this isn't really much of a change. I mean, Starlord's already really good. He's not like meta, but he's still a really good DPS. I don't know. I don't really have much thoughts on this change. But the Wolverine nerfs, this is good. He's still gonna be permaban, but this is a nice change to the character. And apparently his lifesteal contributed to his ultimate charge. And his ultimate charge is going to cost 600 more now. So this is a nice change. Again, he's still going to be permaban, but with the little Wolverine nerfs that he's getting, it's making it so that, like, he's not as oppressive. But Wolverine, I think, has the same problem as Panther, like what they did with Panther, where they increased his leap cooldown, so he's, like, just out of the fight for longer. And if you fuck up a leap with Wolverine, you're also just basically AFK, which is another thing that just goes to my point about them just not knowing what to do with these characters. Their kits are just so oppressive, and if you can't fix them by just changing numbers. You need to rework how their kits work. Otherwise, people will never stop complaining about them. Otherwise, they will never stop getting banned. SpiderMan is getting his damage compensation back for his ultimate, which is nice. Great. He still sucks, but this is nice. And Adam's ults and his like just healing uptime in general is getting a nice buff. But I have a problem with this. This is, like, extremely good. Like, cause you can just throw this, like, if you don't know what this is, it's basically his right click. So you can just keep throwing this into their tanks, and the Adam's burst heals, which are really good burst heals, are gonna be on uptime, like, a lot, which, you guessed it, another nerf to dive. And you got this, plus the Luna team up, which gives Luna lifesteal. And what'd you guess? No Luna nerfs. But I do want to get back to talking about this thing with Adam real quick, because again, I do think this is, like, this could be bad, because Adam's heals are good when he actually can use them. Like, when he can press his E, like, you're just full HP in a second. Less than that. He presses E and the person's full health. Multiple people are just full health. So, and this is gonna fall in line with what I was talking about with Wolverine and with Black Panther. You change the numbers a little bit too much, or, you know, just changing numbers in general, and it makes them either too good, or, you know, it'll just keep Adam how he is. Bad. But this, because, alright, so look at this, right? You already lose cooldown points, or you already lessen your cooldowns when you hit headshots with Adam. Now they're making it so that you lose even more just by throwing a volley of, like, 12 projectiles into a volley of enemies, which is not very hard to do. So if Adam is constantly pumping out those heals, this could be bad. But I guess I'll have to see it in practice. But Cloak and Dagger, gets 300 more ult charge. I think this should have been increased by like 600. She has her ult every fight. It needs to go. Yes, her ultimate's not that hard to counter, but still, Cloak gets her ult like so fast. Like, I've seen Cloak and Dagger build two ults within one team fight. Actually insane. And then Mantis, you know, she's getting her new team up. She's getting a healing buff, but like a small, she's just overall getting a healing buff. This isn't really much. She's getting less ammo, which it's like whatever. And her ult is getting a buff. And as for the team ups, if you watched the dev vision yesterday, you already know what this is. They already told us all this stuff. But my biggest issue, I guess my biggest issues, besides the stuff that I already went over in these patch notes, is the stuff that's not in these patch notes. Like Luna, for example. Again, no nerfs. She's just continuously getting buffed. Why? How many times do people have to complain about her? Like, it's insane. She has the best healing ult in the game, not just because it heals the most, but because it lasts the longest, and you can have two of them. Like, it's just 24 seconds of AFK with Luna and Loki. And Loki, again, his runes, please buff the cooldown. Or not buff, nerf the cooldown. Make it 30 seconds, or not 30 seconds, because it already is 30 seconds. Make it 35 seconds. Please tell me why Adam Warlock's Soul Bond is on a longer cooldown than Loki's totems. Please explain that to me. When Loki has more survivability than Adam, more constant heals than Adam, can high key do like the same amount of damage as Adam. So it's just like, and then the other oppressive DPSs that have been, you know, kind of really permabanned this season. I guess, actually the only one is just Human Torch. There's nothing about him here. They're not changing anything. He's still gonna be permabanned, so. And, Hela can, 2-tap you from across the map, but, you know, yeah, let's make Black Panther's dash 10 seconds. That's a... I can't with these devs, bro. But yeah, overall, I don't think this patch is, like, bad. It's definitely gonna, like, I think the new team up with Mantis, Loki, and Groot, probably gonna throw Luna in the mix there, too. Is probably gonna be I think that's gonna be a meta team comp. Overall, I don't hate this patch, but, they're just, I don't know. I think it's just like the Season 3 one, where it's not really doing much, but the things that they are changing are either, like, you know, really good, don't make a difference, or just bad, like the Black Panther change, for example, and the fact that Luna now has lifesteal and Adam might actually be playable now, so that team up's just gonna be I don't know. It's again, it's not all doom and gloom, but I'm telling you, the longer these devs keep catering to casuals, the more and more people are going to continue leaving the game. And don't tell me they're not leaving the game, because the player count is dropping literally every month. But yeah, I thank you all for watching, and yeah.